and it has been a good day. Been a real good day. The boys and I just got back from working out, and I'm so excited because today I finally broke, actually it was yesterday, I finally broke 200 pounds. Got down to 199. And today I was 198. Like, I'm loving this. Y'all might remember a video I posted back in August of last year, and I was bloated at 221 pounds. And now I'm proud to say, thanks to Hayden initiating this back then, hey, Dad, let's go work out. And Mr. Blaine, being the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, kept me in the gym just about every single day for the last 4 months to the day. Yeah, today's the 3rd, April 3rd, I think. Yeah. December 3rd is when we started. And other than when we moved and a couple of days we took off, I've been hitting it hard, watching my diet. Blaine's got me on this. He does the he calls it PPL, push, pull, legs. Where you do push, triceps and bench press and flies. And then pull would be, curls and pull downs, get the lats and the rows to do the back, and then legs. And I kept up that pace for a while, but it's a little too much for me. I can't quite keep up with him, so I've had to add a 4th. Because in between he adds shoulders and core. I just started making my shoulders and my core an extra day for me. So PPL shoulder core, whatever you want to call that. But anyway, I'm pretty proud of that. It's coming. I've never had this, not since I was a young man. Like, loving it. But I was at the gym, and I got a notification on my Instagram. I was horsing around back in October of last year on the boat, and I posted this picture I made, just a little goof, a little having fun. When you need that quote-unquote cheer and support money, so you buy a boat and track down his deadbeat ass at the end of the earth to get what you manipulated and conned everyone your entire life to get, because it's in the best interest of the cheerins. And I got a notification this lady, that was what, 6 months ago? 7, whatever. I've got this one troll, Sherry Asher, classic narcissist. I am a narcissist. A lot of my haters love calling me a narcissist. Well, this chick, Heather Lynn, she's replying to Sherry, and I just couldn't help myself. It was the funniest thing. And she's not the only one. There's others. They basically call me a nightmare ex. You're a nightmare, Caleb. You're a nightmare ex. Sherry Asher agreed. I'm dealing with it now with my ex, and this guy reminds me a lot of him. Always everyone else's fault. He groomed his son to act that way towards his mother. He enjoyed causing his ex to suffer, but it's causing the children to suffer more, even into their adulthood. He wrote a comment above saying he's been wanting quote-unquote help. Those are her quotes. But people don't get it because they've not walked in his shoes. That's what narcs do. The second they're challenged by a professional, they run. And that's why most narcissists aren't diagnosed, because they can't take blows to their ego and refuse to continue therapy. So I remind Heather Lynn of her ex. Well, Heather Lynn, I would love to meet your ex. If I remind him of him, if I remind you of him, I'd love to meet him. Because I would love to find out how he survived you. Because, how many times did you sue your ex? And how many times did you have your ex thrown in jail? And how many times did you move your cheerings away from your ex 5 hours away? Inquiring minds want to know. I thought I was alone. I take it back. I mean, I know other people walked in my shoes. I'm being slightly facetious, but if I remind you of your ex, my goodness, I'd love to have your ex on my show. I don't know if y'all get along well enough. Maybe you could lead by example, pass along this to your ex. I'd love to have him on to find out if I really remind you of him. He sounds like he's had hell, like mortal hell. Like even after he won custody of one of your kids 5 years ago, his file still isn't updated. Like, what, did his attorney drop the ball too? Like mine did? Did they use the COVID excuse for that? Is that what reminds me of your ex? I'd really like to know. These people are funny. I don't want help. I'm begging for help. I'd love help. I don't get it. I didn't even know what a narcissist was, much less parental alienation, before I got divorced. That's how slow I am to learning. I've always been a slow learner, but when I learn, I catch up real quickly. But to my best understanding of a narcissist would never admit that they had a drinking problem, like I have done. A narcissist would never admit that they went to family court jail and like blab about it, that I know of. That's something they hush and hide, and they don't want anybody to find out. A narcissist, they'd certainly never admit they're broke. Like, oh, hell no. No, they've got to put on this show like everything's fine. You walk to the church doors and you just smile and just make everybody feel good and homey, and you've never met a stranger and they feel real good, and as soon as that door shuts, that's when the claws come out, and the people that really know the narcissist, that's when they reveal who they are. And they're real hard. They're real hard to identify. I never considered myself that person, that type of person. I try to be the same person in real life as I am on here. Like I said, I got two of the boys with me. I didn't even have to go to court to get Hayden. He just, like I said, he needed to change. And, hey, Dad, you got room? Not really, but God dang it, we'll find room. All right, cool. He gets in his truck like the next day. He didn't leave till like 7 at night. He drove 8 hours straight, slept a couple hours in his truck, drove the rest of the way, the whole way, and got here. And he just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, like, you just drove 18 hours to Florida, and you're like, he went to the gym with us. My God almighty, you've missed your calling, boy. You could be a truck driver for sure, because when I was making just the trip to San Antonio and back twice a month for 3 years, I hated it. Maybe it's because my frame of mind wasn't where it should have been. I don't like, I was a field mechanic. I drove like 50,000 miles a year just for my job. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. But 2 or 3 hours, that's no big deal. But to drive from Texas to Florida, he just pops out like it's nothing. So where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. Well, if I'm such a terrible person, why did I let my son drive all the way here, live in this little bitty house with us? I don't know. But apparently I'm the narcissist. But anyway, I just wanted to give my 2 cents. Miss, what is her name? Heather Lynn. Heather Lynn, if you could possibly pass this message on to your ex-husband, lead by example, and how it is everyone else should co-parent, and translation probably bend to your will. Pass this along to your husband or your ex-husband. I'd love to meet him, find out how in the world he survived this crap. Because sometimes I admit I do feel alone. They say no man is an island, and I believe that's true. Some people say that's commie talk. I don't think so. If I hadn't had the help that I've had and the support I've had, I don't know I'd be where I'd be. Cutting back and getting ripped and sweet like Cartman. But yeah, Heather Lynn, if you could please send your husband my way if he'd like to talk about it, how he survived you. If he reminds you so much of me, I'd love to talk to the guy and pick his brain, see what maybe he did better than me. That's not exactly something a narcissist would admit. Mistakes they've made. Like, I've made loads of mistakes, like marrying my kid's mother twice, having 4 kids with a woman I was not and obviously am not compatible with. I screwed up. I screwed up real bad. But here I am. I've got to live with it. Speaking of, I'm still taking emails from people who are finding themselves in the shoes where I was all those years ago, where you're at your wit's end. You just want to be a good mom to your kid, just want to be a good dad to your kid, and your ex is being a nightmare like me. Oh, I'm sorry, the other way around. You're getting screwed by the family court. You just need to tell your story, and you're flat broke, and you're needing, you have to form your own GoFundMe or whichever website you choose to use. I don't want any part of the fundraiser. I won't have any part of your fundraiser other than to just put a link in the description. If you'd like to get your story out there, I've noticed a bunch of people commented on that they want to come on the show and talk. I don't have a way of clicking and getting a hold of you. You have to email me or I won't know. I've got 2 or 3 people finally. It's coming together. Scheduling this is a lot of work. It's a lot more work than I knew it wasn't going to be just real easy, but it's a lot of work scheduling all this stuff. So if you would like to get in the rotation and come on the show and tell your horror story of dealing with the crooked family courts. And if you're, like I said, if you're broke and you just need attorney money, if you're that far at your wit's end, which seems to be where most people are when they finally break down and reach out to me, they just need some cash, and attorneys are not cheap. And I don't expect them to be cheap because I got to go through a lot of law school, and I understand nobody works for free. Nobody can consistently work for free. But in this case, because of YouTube, eventually Rumble and more Rockfin, I can work for you for free in a weird way. Just come on here and you can tell your story, and let the people watching, the viewers, decide whether or not they want to, if you're convincing, if they want to donate to you. Again, I will not be any part whatsoever of the money collection. I don't want any part of it because people let's just face it, people get funny about money, and sometimes rightfully so, because sometimes things happen and money moves around or disappears or gets lower than expected, and there's no accounting for it, and people are like, so I don't want anything to do with it. That's up between you and whoever runs your GoFundMe and your donors. But if you'd like to get your story out, again, there's no charge for me. I won't charge you for my time. I'm a YouTube partner. When I get views and clicks and comments and duration of how long you watch, that's where I make my money. And I know that is going to just rub so many people the wrong way. He's exploiting his cheerings. He's admitted it. He's exploiting his cheerings. And now he's illegally recorded someone else, and he's in a two-party state and two-party consent state, and I'm just going to be a little brown shirt and turn him in because I've screenshot everything because I want to see this dickhead Caleb go down. Okay, bootlickers, y'all go right ahead. Sorry, I had to put in a little jab there. I got a few little pet trolls that loved high-fiving each other and getting this thrill, whatever they get, of trying to take me down, when in reality, y'all don't realize it. Y'all are working for me for free. Because every time you click and hate and screw you, you're being dishonest. I'm going to call you out because I've done my homework and I'm just too much of a coward to show my real name and my face and make a video about it detailing where I've screwed up. That's another thing I can announce here before I let you go. For the love of God, if I'm that awful, And for 15 years since I've been divorced, I'm just simply making all this up. And you can prove without a doubt what a liar and con artist I am. Show your face. Make your YouTube channel. Put all your evidence together, all this research you do. And Quora and Snopes doesn't count. You can't. That's like quoting Dr. Seuss. Hell, Dr. Seuss makes more sense than some of these people. Show this evidence you've got where I'm a big liar. Now, I'm going to be the first to admit, since I am not a narcissist, and I do admit when I screw up. Just the other day when I posted that video of that conversation with that AG guy, I totally forgot that, well, I won't go into the whole thing. You can watch it for yourself. I totally forgot that we didn't go to mediation that year. It was the following October in 2018. And then I finally got an email from Gavin on January of 2019. That's what he was calling the 2019 orders. I totally forgot. I don't think, I wouldn't consider that a lie. I've made it really clear. That's 5 years ago. Plus all the other Parker crap that happened 5 years before that. And the initial divorce 5 years before that. This has been going on for 15 years, and it's still not over. So anyway, yeah, trolls, I mean, if y'all really want to do some damage to me, you've done your research. You're confident in who you are. You don't have to give your address or your phone. Anybody can make a YouTube channel. Put it all together. Show us who you are and how confident you are that I'm this lying scumbag, whatever y'all said, narcissist, piece of crap that's just conning everybody. Just do it. I'm asking, I'm begging you, please put it all together. Take me down. This is your invitation. And I'll even do you another solid. And I've talked about this in videos in the past over the last at least 6 months. If you're really convinced that you can take me down, upload your own video. I'll download it from your page like everybody else does to me, and I'll upload yours completely uncut. I may, like at the end, give some commentary, maybe, I don't know. But if your video is 10 minutes long, then my copy of your video will be 10 minutes long. If your video of mine is 2 hours long of you taking me down, my copy of your exact video I will put on my channel and give you full credits for it, unlike what most people do to me. I'll give you full credits for it. And if yours is 2 hours long, mine will be 2 hours long. I don't know how else to prove that I'm not hiding anything. I don't delete comments. That's another one. Jesus Christ. People just, he deletes comments. I'm like, no, YouTube deletes comments. If you put a hashtag or if you don't put a space after your period and YouTube thinks it's a link, the way my settings are, it won't accept links and it deletes it. Sometimes people take their own comments down, but I don't take comments down generally. A few times I've blocked people. Now my Whomping Willows, they've blocked people, and the list is so long that they do it while I'm live, and I don't know who they are, and I'm certainly not going to waste my time going through all these people that got blocked for running their mouth. I don't have that kind of time, but unless, like, there's a couple, or actually a few stalkers that, like, found out where I live. Like, yeah, I'm going to block them, okay? I mean, I guess if that's what you call deleting comments, okay. But I've got nothing to hide. And if you were so confident, put your shit together. Put it all together in the video. I'd love to see and take down this narcissist, this evil Caleb Lever that is the nightmare ex that reminds so many women, apparently, of their exes. I'd love to meet Miss Lynn. I'd love to meet your ex. So, till the next time, I'll have a link, or not a link, but I'll have my email. If you want to be on the show, if you want to do an interview free of charge and get your story out there, email me. It's great for the comments. You know, if you want to make a comment, I mean, I can't read them all, and I don't read them all, but I try to read most. But you have to email me. Otherwise, I don't have any way of, I don't know, Gamer6509. I don't know who that is. I don't have a way to click on it. And I don't know. You have to email me. So anyways, see y'all in the next one.